Literally, Derek and I joke about it. I'm not his tennis coach, I'm his manager.
Okay, this is going to seem really corny, but this is how I sync up audio. 3, 2, 1. Welcome. This is Derek. Thank you so much for joining us today. Appreciate it. No, for you, where do we start? How did you end up at Oklahoma State? I guess that's the first question I have to ask.
Yeah, it's a bit of a long journey.
Yeah.
I was in California playing some futures over the summer, and I was put into contact with head coach here, Dustin Taylor, by one of the coaches back in Australia. Mm-hmm. And I went on a visit, just came here, and I love Stillwater, and now I'm here.
And for you too, when you started making a decision, what made you choose college tennis versus going straight to the professional tour?
There's a couple different factors. The main one being that if I was playing on tour, I was probably going to be out there for 10 or so years, and I think a couple years in college could really change my perspective on tennis. It won't burn me out. It gives me a lot of opportunities to play without feeling financial pressure, this and that. And I also think that the resources in college tennis are really good. We obviously have a very good facility here in Stillwater. The coaches are great. It's an opportunity for me to get schooling in as well, and that all contributes.
What are you studying here?
A finance major.
Oh, very nice. For you too, when it comes to college tennis, was there conception that you had when you first started looking at colleges? Because I feel like as international students,
yeah, for sure,
it's definitely a different look when you go from, I can just go the ITF route, or I can go to college for 4 years.
Yeah. As an Australian tennis player, I mean, there's not a lot of exposure for us players in college tennis. There's very little knowledge, and especially for me, one of the reasons why I didn't come to college earlier was because I didn't really know anything about it.
Okay.
We have a lot of players right now who are actually on the college pathway, and I feel like just learning and just watching to see what guys like Adam Walton, Alex Vukic, what those guys have done, it's very inspiring, and that's one of the other reasons why I decided to come to college.
Did you talk to any of them before you made your decision?
Yes, Rinky as well. He was a big person in me coming to college. He just speaks very highly about UNC college tennis, and he used it to facilitate his tennis career, and that was great.
So what would be your goal? What would you want your ultimate goal to be when you graduate Oklahoma State?
Yeah, I'm looking to graduate here and go straight onto the tour. Honestly, that's just the plan. That's the goal. If I'm finishing college at maybe a 500 ATP level, taking maybe 2 years to get to 250, I just want to go pro. I want to be inside the top 100.
I feel like that's everyone's goal. And for you, what was the biggest change coming to college for you?
The workload.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like back in Brisbane in Australia, I was not doing any uni. I was really relaxed. I had a lot of time to myself, and almost so much time that I felt a bit lazy.
Okay.
I feel like coming to college, the workload's increasing. I'm getting less sleep, but I'm also feeling like I'm a lot more productive.
Okay.
Yeah, which is really good. I love feeling productive. I love feeling like I'm doing something, getting better. Whether that's just studying, that it's a crazy concept for me because I felt like I hated studying when I was in school, but as soon as I took a bit of time off, I felt like it was just making me lazy, and
interesting.
I'm really enjoying being back in this scene where I'm doing a lot every day, and I'm feeling really fulfilled.
Do you I'm assuming you like studying. You like homework?
I just like having something to do.
Okay. Yeah. That's different than liking homework.
I like learning. I like getting better. And all aspects: tennis, rehab, fitness, school, just getting smarter as well, I guess. Yeah.
So for you, what would be the biggest learning point or coaching point that you've learned so far?
Since being here and working with Dustin Taylor, Max Kohler, Marty Rilluki, I just feel like they see the game so well. There's so many aspects of tennis that I hadn't even thought about before coming here, and it's just completely opened up my mind to all the little things, just watching the ball, recognizing play and patterns, and ever since being here, I'm just keeping my journal and I'm writing all this stuff down because there's no way it's possible for me to remember all of it.
Do you bring your journal on court?
Yeah, I do.
When you look at your journal, you bring it on court for a match, right?
Yes.
So when you bring it onto a court for a match, what do you look at? Do you look at different sections, or do you look at the same kind of things that you write down and kind of just use that as a tool for you for each match? or does it vary?
There's very specific stuff in there. Like there's just mental tips. There's like technical, tactical. But like before a match, I'll often try and write like a page about just things I need to be thinking about, little key points for me. A lot of the time, tennis is very mental for me. I get very in my own head. So it's just about trying to stay clear and focused and like just remember like a couple of little things that it's really easy for me to bring myself back to every time. And, like, that helps.
So for you, when did you start doing that?
This was something that was like put on me by my old coach, and I think like ever since I've started doing this, maybe like 6 months, a year ago, it's really helped me. Like I'm more focused. It's easier for me to remember stuff. I feel like I'm actually retaining information better.
I love that.
Yeah, no, especially here, like so many new tips, like 3 new coaches. It's really important.
And you've been playing ITS recently. You've been having success. What do you think your success comes from?
I think your ATP ranking is a very big reflection on consistency. Like there's very, very few players who are surviving out there off like 1 or 2 results, and it's just about putting yourself in the best position every week to potentially have a deep run. Like for every deep run, there's maybe 1 or 2 first round losses, and it's just like being able to make sure you're sustaining and putting your body, your mind in the best position every single week. And like I think I've done that pretty well recently.
Awesome. Derek, thank you so much for joining us today. Appreciate it.